Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. In today's video we're going to be trying out BERU on SKOLL and HATI, which I believe is the final one of these collaboration characters that I do have to try on SKOLL and HATI. And I have given him a little bit of a test run on this team to see how it would go. I tried it last night when I was a little bit bored, and it's a decent team, so we're going to give it a go. So, Rotar Meal on Tone on normal stuff, attack rate on tier. And then I actually put HP defense on BERU with my link, just sort of increases damage. I might switch him to a random piece of attack crit gear, solely because I don't think HP defense is needed, so we will switch him to attack crit. Who's holding there? Levi's always holding that spare showcase set. So there we go. Now let's ring attack crit. Because this team doesn't really take much damage because of tier. Tier is very broken for this team. Because it's a bunch of damage reduction, a bunch of crit resistance and crit defense, which is sort of what you want. We've got basic stats from Freya's Relic. You've got basic stats from this man here, BERU. You've got HP related stats and attack related stats from Tonar, and you also get an attack boost buff from tier, but it does get removed unfortunately sometimes. So for gear wise, everything is normal. So attack crit, all HP, all attack, defense, and HP rolls. Apart from this one, which for Tonar is HP crit resistance with one side resistance, one side defense, and the bottom one is HP as well. Card set, we're running anti-freeze, don't really want to be frozen, it's kind of a pain, especially when you've got lots of characters that do sort of rely on buffs. So you've got amplify, and yeah, let's get on with it. Here we go, onto floor 1. It should be quite easy, I don't see why it wouldn't be. The game is quite loud for me, and it doesn't look too bad on the recording, so it should be fine, maybe just a bug on my side. But yeah, this team actually is quite good. So we will. There's an audio bug. Can you hear that audio bug? It's like rumbling. I think it's an audio bug. I'm gonna lower the audio for you guys, so you guys don't have to really part with that. And that's just a very slight background sound. But yeah, that is very loud for me. We'll waste these skills. We don't need cleave, and we'll try out this as well. I've never heard that audio bug ever, and that is really irritating. There we go, decent damage from tier, I believe that is damage cap. About 30%. Fred, it's okay, he's a very old character. BERU 252k is also quite decent. Let's go, we have Taunt turn 1, which is really nice. And we also got, so the reason we also have Freya on this team, instead of going for like Thor or something like that, is solely because Freya makes us Ignite immune, which is really handy for a team like this. I didn't really want to have to run Thor, so instead I ran two characters that have very good support, but also have quite decent DPS on them. We'll do this. We'll waste this. My guess is this is an audio bug, because this is, like, very loud and deafening. But anyway, we move on. Not bad damage from Tonar. Getting stacks of a relic up, which is nice. We also got max damage increase now, single target damage increase of 100, I think 5% in total. Yeah, it's about 105%. So what I will do is this, this which give me the bear result, this and that. This should hopefully kill. I'd like to think so. It's a level 2. Plus we've got a few extra buffs. There you go, that is damage cap there. Nice. I do hope that there is a current rumor going around that the next character is a Summer Freya, which would be kind of cool. Once again, we got Summer Freya last year. I believe it was last year or the year prior. So it'd be quite nice to see a summer variation of him as well, because it's very outdated, and it's a problem. He's just really outdated. We'll do this. Of course, we're level 2 sealed. So I'll do something like, I think it's pay 3 single targets to get cleansed, so we'll do that, and then I'll hit him with that and see what happens. So this should kill. Yep, 8.5 million 1/6, by the way. Okay, I think tier might kill. This is level 2. Honestly, that's actually impressive. I'm not even mad, that's really impressive. I wasn't expecting him to do that much damage. Tier himself, it's kind of mediocre, especially on Deer, which is what he's sort of made for. Deer floor 4. But it's not bad, honestly. Damage dealt. Yeah, BERU carries. That's just how he is. And now on to floor 2. Here we go. On to floor 2. Do we have an audio bug this time? Yeah, we do. It's still here. Which is kind of a pain. Okay. I thought maybe it was just on the first floor, maybe it was just a one-time thing. No, it seems like it is just this demonic beast in general. There we go. We can actually damage. Normally, well, with the gear I'm running, I normally can't damage the white dog on second phase with that toner skill, but I can because this team has a lot of basic stat boosting, which means we can damage it. BERU's damage is really nice. I know he's meant to be a single target DPS, so expect decent damage, but sometimes there are single target DPSs that really do let you down with their single target damage. There we go. Getting a nice 15% attack related stat boost. For 15% attack boost from good old Tier. Now he's got another one, so now he's got 15%, 15%, so he's got a 30% attack boost from Tier. I can stack up to 3 times, so in total that will be a beautiful 45% attack related stat boost. Oh, sorry, attack boost, not attack related stat boost, attack boost, which is really useful. Get everyone's ult. I'm pretty sure when we move to the next phase, we do actually lose all of our buffs because we have an attack boosting buff, so it removes it or something stupid like that. You'll see here. Or not. Okay, maybe that's the next floor. But that definitely did happen. I'm not tripping, I promise. This should kill. I believe BERU can do a lot of damage. There's damage cap. There's damage cap again. I think BERU's one of these characters where if you are a newer player, he's going to be really good for this. He's got a lot of bulk, he's got really decent DPS, and he's got some sort of decent support as well. He's got taunt, which is okay. He's going to be very useful for this, especially if you're a newer player. There you go, there's all my buffs gone. I wasn't tripping. We'll get rid of the black dog only because I got Freya. If I didn't have Freya, I'd be getting rid of the white dog immediately. I'll do this, do that, and then play that. That's truthfully kill. So these two will do damage cap. His damage cap's 33%. This will then do damage cap. This will kill. And now we can start making progress on the white dog. BERU does damage cap. There we go. Not a single BERU skill. Okay. Not bad. This is how bulky this team is. We basically take no damage, which is what I love about this team. The reason why I do recommend it for newer players as well is that because it's kind of hard to make. I'm not gonna lie. Of course, it's got a new collaboration character. Red Tonal, she's been freed a ton of times. Freya's been freed a ton of times. Of course, technically, yes, they both have their relic, which make them very good. Tonal's one is dogs. I believe also Freya's one is either Nidhogg or dogs as well. But it's just Green Tier, who's I believe only been out once, and that was on his debut banner, which was the second half of the spring update, which was March, I believe, mid-March, and he's still not returned, which is sort of standard stuff sometimes. But anyway, now on to floor 3. Here we are on to floor 3. I'm gonna watch the animation this time. Maybe watching the animation making so the bug doesn't appear, please. No, it's still here and it's actually quite loud. I don't know why. My guess is that this is a bug. If not, I've just not been used to the sound of continuous of whooshing of winds in the background. Like solar winds. Anyway, we'll do the same normal starting hand. It's just a little bit more tricky than the previous one. Solely because the previous floors is because he's much bulkier. Much bulkier. And got a lot more health. Thankfully my team does a lot of damage. And also the lower my team gets, the more pierce rate my team gets. Which is handy because I believe BERU also has a pierce rate skill, which is handy. Tyr definitely has a pierce rate skill. Freya doesn't, but pierce rate will boost your damage still. Still boost your damage to a degree. Yeah, it gives you a pierce rate boost and a damage increase per 1% HP you lose. So it's actually kind of broken. I'm going to waste these two, and I'm going to go for the kill with BERU. Only because I know he can get the kill. I believe in him. Also, I want moral gauge so that my team doesn't get frozen next turn. And Tonal's the best option for that. Good damage as well. And he one-shots. Okay, that was a waste of a skill, but it is what it is. Unpredictable, testing new characters. Okay, Tyr. Ooh, also with Green Tyr, if I play 3 single targets, I cleanse. So, time for me to cleanse. Will this kill? I actually don't think this is going to kill. I'm going to be real. I don't think this is killing. I knew it. I knew it. He hasn't got enough buffs. He will cleanse, though. We've got attack related stat boost now as well. That's all he needed was the tonal attack related stat boost, but it's fine. There we go. She gets frozen, which is fine. Tyr gets targeted, no problem. Infect, which is kind of irritating. Thankfully, though, we can cleanse ourselves. I believe it's only 2 or 3 debuffs, but it's enough to get rid of the infect, which is lovely. And then we can kill with BERU here. Once again, BERU's really good, and this team is actually really handy. I'd never really thought about using tier on this because I thought, oh, it is okay. Like, he's really just meant for deer, floor 4. Why else would I use him here? And maybe some PvP. But I never realized how impactful the cleanse is on dogs, where you get spammed with infect and like freeze and stuff. Because you can technically remove the freeze if you play 3 single targets, of course, as long as you can play 3 single targets and your entire hand isn't frozen, which can technically happen if you're really unlucky with RNG. Good damage. We do have 3 single targets, so we will actually cleanse at the end of this. Here we go. Tail and the kill. Tail lands the kill, and then we also now get the cleanse as well. Another heal. There we go. Everyone's now back to full health. BERU's got a lot of damage reduction. He's also got a taunt, which is based on the gimmick here, so that's fine. Tanking this team's got a lot of bulk, which is what I love. Love teams with a good bit of bulk on them. We'll do this, and that should kill. Cool. Not hard at all. This team is really good. I do feel like Tig helps quite a bit. He has a lot of damage, but he's also insane support. Anyway, time to get a thumbnail. There we go. Get BERU's win screen. There we go. And I'm back. Here we are. But yeah, overall, he's very good. Of course, Tier did beat him with damage, but that's because we just weren't pulling BERU skills. If we're pulling BERU skills, it would be a whole different story. Which is why, like, these showcases are always sort of, oh, well, it's either going really good or really bad because you're not pulling skills with them, or you're bad RNG, especially if you need a lot of RNG. But generally, he's very good. He has damage cap every time. Will I say this is probably the best team? Probably not. I think the Char team with the human team with Char is much better, solely because of the fact of not only got 2 very powerful single targets, but she boosts your team as well. So everyone else in your team, so Tonar starts to deal really nice damage and really noticeable damage increases. You've then got Mazino, who once again who's a good support character I had on that team, and I had Nosians, which not only has a cleanse as well, but an insane attack related stat boost, damage reduction, and it's just basically this unknown team, but a little bit better. Everyone in this unknown team sort of wants to be a DPS, but has a support role in them. With that human team, you've got 2 DPSs, 2 supports, and they work well like that. Anyway, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.